Okay, hello boys and girls, moms, dads, family, friends, all my supporters. Hope you guys are all well again. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Julian. A lot of people like to call me Snake Man, Spider Man, whatever other type of man, okay? But yeah, boys and girls, for those of you guys that have met me and seen me, you guys do know that I'm Julian. I'm from Wild Ones Educational Animal Shows. So, boys and girls, moms, dads, family, friends, today I'm going to be talking to you all about snakes. Today I'm going more into detail about snakes. Okay, so I did a previous show more for the youngsters, the young ones. Today I'm going more into detail for the older children as well as the adults. Okay, so I hope you guys are all going to enjoy it as much as I am. Okay, so when it comes to snakes, as you guys all know, they are cold-blooded animals. Now, for those of you that don't know what cold-blooded means, it means that snakes and reptiles such as crocodiles, tortoises, turtles, lizards, iguanas, geckos, chameleons, all of those weird and wonderful animals, which we call the reptiles, all being cold-blooded, is basically the fact that they've got no way to keep or maintain a body temperature the same as what we do. So what happens is they rely on the environment around them as well as the sun to keep them warm. So snakes, it's very important, same as any other reptile, to be warm in order for them to be able to digest their food in their body. So if a reptile's below a certain temperature, if they're too cold, they cannot digest the food in their body. So that's the reason why come winter time, which we're heading into now, the snakes do slow down a lot in regards to their food. Okay, so they don't eat that much now in the winter time. When it comes to spring and summertime, a lot of them, their metabolism speed up again because it starts getting warm. They start looking for food again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one of my snakes I have here. Okay, this one is a corn snake. So corn snakes are great beginner snakes. There you go, a nice close-up of a corn snake. Now corn snakes, like your ball pythons and a lot of your other snakes, they do come in a lot of different morphs and colors as well for that matter. So like I say, amazing beginner snakes. The fact that their temperament is amazing. For these guys to actually bite you, you really have to do a lot to them, or you have to irritate them and provoke them enough before these guys would actually bite you. So their temperament is amazing. So if you're planning on getting a nice pet snake, this is the way to go. The fact that they also don't get too big, they grow approximately up to about 1.4, 1.6 meters, so they don't get too big. Now this is an American corn snake. Corn snakes originate from America, so that's where they get the name corn snake as well. Is they come out of the corn fields, and what happens is they live in the cornfields and they find all the rats and the mice and all of that. So these guys are quite a blessing in places like America because they keep the pest, the whole pest circulation of pests under control. So they really make nice pets. Okay. Okay. So coming back to snakes. As we know, they're reptiles, so you can see I've got a different variety of different reptiles over there. I've got lizards, snakes, bearded dragons, all of that. So that forms under the family reptiles, as you all know. So coming to snakes, as you guys all know, they are carnivores, all right? So depending on the size of your snake, they have to eat food according to their size. Now, in regards to the snakes that I have here today, I've only got constrictors. Okay, I'm going to show you all what my albino king snake looks like. There you go. This one is a real beauty. Look at the colors. Wow, it's beautiful. Now this little guy's name is Snakey. This little guy I actually got from a friend of mine who couldn't keep him anymore. He's a beautiful snake. Now remember I was discussing with my other show, my previous show for the young ones, I had a black king snake. This one is an albino king snake. So same thing applies with this king snake. They love to eat other types of snakes. So this one is fully grown. He's approximately about 9.5, 10 years old now. so he's quite old. Most of your snakes live on average anything between about 12 to about 30, 35 years, depending on the size of the snake or how big they are. On average with these guys, you'd get probably a good 15 to about 20 years out of these guys. So they live quite a while. Remember, when it comes to having any pet snake, you got to take into consideration that they do all have their own requirements. You also got to do your research, same as any other pet. So remember, you got to know what they eat. You got to know what housing they need, all of that type of thing. So same with any other pet. It applies to the same. All right, so there you go. It's albino king snake, one of my favorites. There you go. Okay, make sure the lid's on. Okay, so coming back to snakes, we got two different types of snakes. We got your constrictors, which I have here today. Then you also have your venomous types of snakes. Now your venomous ones, as we know, are your cobras, your adders, your vipers, your mambas. Now what happens with your venomous snakes, they either have the front fangs or they have back fangs. So what happens when they bite you, the fangs would then penetrate into your skin, injecting venom into your skin. From there, depending on what type of snake it is, or depending on the type of venom, it will affect you accordingly. All right, so coming to snakes, your venomous snakes, remember, if you guys don't know what you're doing when it comes to venomous snakes, best never to handle them or work with them. They can be extremely dangerous. Okay, so remember, when it comes to your venomous snakes, you have your three different types of venoms. Okay, you got your cytotoxic venom. Your cytotoxic venom is the one that affects your flesh. Okay, so what happens is when your cytotoxic snakes like your puff adders or your gaboon adders happen to bite you, okay, what happens then is it starts rotting up your flesh. And from there, a lot of people have lost fingers, toes, arms, legs due to that. So their venom is one of the fastest venoms. Cytotoxic is one of the fastest venoms. It acts the fastest out of any other venom. Okay. Your other type of venom that you do get is hemotoxic venom. Now, hemotoxic is basically a type of venom when you get bitten by that particular type of snake which carries hemotoxic. What happens then is you start bleeding from the inside. So you start getting internal bleeding, and a lot of your cuts and scratches and that type of thing will then start bleeding out as well. So it can result quite badly if you don't get treated with that one. Okay. Your next venom is neurotoxic. It's one of the worst venoms because of the fact that it attacks your whole nervous system. So what happens, certain snakes that bite you that have neurotoxic venom, you have to go to hospital immediately, okay, due to the fact that all your organs and everything starts shutting down, and you have to go into life support machines depending on the type of snake that has bitten you. So it's very severe, okay, so remember that, okay. Now, a lot of people do confuse poison and they confuse venom. Even a lot of adults, for that matter, they come up to me and they ask me, is your snake poisonous or is your spider poisonous? Remember, poison is something that we have to eat or we have to drink. It's something we have to consume, which then poisons our entire body. Okay, whereas venom is given to us from bites or stings from certain animals. So that is the difference between poison and venom. Okay. I'm going to show you all. I've got one of my big favorites over here. Her name is Pandora. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is Pandora. Alright, I'm going to come give you a nice close-up. There you go, that's Pandora. What a beauty. Okay, when it comes to a snake like Pandora, moms and dads and boys and girls, please remember, snakes like this are not beginner snakes, all right? A snake like this can be extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, due to the fact that, yes, she's a constrictor, okay, but remember, her body is pure muscle. A snake like this can suffocate you and strangle and knock you out within seconds. Okay, so remember, a snake like this can be very dangerous. And remember, I discussed with my previous video, for those of you that saw my previous video, okay, they do have curved teeth. So a snake this size, if she happens to bite you, it could result in a lot of stitches, okay, because of the fact that she can rip you. So a snake like this can be extremely dangerous. All right, there you go. She is huge, she's heavy. I don't know how to explain her weight and her muscle. A snake like this, pure muscle. Okay, she is what we call an albino Burmese python. All right, that explains her coloring. So you can see how big she is. She's nice and long. All right, she's still got a bit of growing to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to call up both my daughters, Chloe and Riley. Come, Chloe and Riley. They're going to demonstrate holding Pandora around their necks. Okay. Go, Riley. All right, so stand. Stand here. Come, Riley. Stand next to Chloe. Okay. There you go, my baby. Okay. There you go. Wow, Chloe. Okay, so there you go, moms and dads. Look how brave they are. Wow, high fives, Chloe, Riley. Yay, you guys are super brave. Well done. Well done. How does she feel? Heavy, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Okay, I'm going to put Pandora back. Yo, she's heavy. Wow. What a beautiful snake, eh? Sure. All right, so moms and dads, coming back to your snakes. Okay, snakes are amazing creatures, amazing animals. You know, if you don't know what you're doing with snakes, it's always good to learn about them. You know, a lot of underprivileged people, a lot of poor people, people that haven't been brought up with snakes and these animals, they don't always know about them, you know. So that's where I come in, I educate, I get people over their fears. Okay, so moms and dads, boys and girls, all my supporters, family and friends, thank you so much for watching my show. I would like to just mention, for those of you that would like to give any donation of any sort, no matter how big, no matter how small, everybody helps, especially during this pandemic that we're having with the COVID-19. Please, those of you, I'm sure all of you guys know, all my shows have been cancelled, all my work's been cancelled. I've got no more shows lined up until further notice. So unfortunately, it's a very, very difficult time for myself and my Wild Ones family. Please, I urge, if you can give any donation, small or big, anything will help. You can e-wallet. I'll have my number at the bottom of my, you know, with this video, so you guys will be able to see where my number is and everything. If you'd like to give any donations, anything would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you very much. Be safe. Remember, keep your hands clean. Stay indoors. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody.